So I've got Joe Norris from Get Your Tips Out, and today's video is about the Ultima Handicap Chase on the first day of the Cheltenham Festival. So Joe, who is your thoughts? No, I'll let you pick two in this because it's a big race. Two each way bets, who you think's going to win, and an each way shout, bit of an outsider shout. Who's your thoughts? Who you backing in this race?
Yeah, so obviously this is the first handicap of the week. It's normally a race I end up putting 3 or 4 up in, but this year I'm relying on 2 darts. I've gone with Chianti Classico at 8-1 for Kim Bailey, and I've gone for Monbeg Genius at 14-1 for John Joe O'Neill. Now, the two at the top of the betting are both Irish horses, and the Irish have got a really bad record in this race. So that was my starting point to try and get them two beat. Now, out of them two, obviously, JP's bought Meat of the Waters. All the vibes surrounding this horse, they think this is a really nice horse, but it's hard to win a handicap like this. So I'm not getting carried away with that. I think the Goffer has got the better chance of that pair for Gordon Elliott. I do fear that horse, but just based on the Irish record alone, I wanted to sort of take them two on. So Chianti Classico, obviously, won its first 2 starts over fences, looked impressive. Obviously went up in the weights. I think it went up £8 for that GYTO win, and showed a good attitude to win at Ascot, which I like to see because previously he sort of hadn't really been that tested off the bridle. And then it went to Kempton. It got beat 2 lengths by Phlegmatic of Dan Skelton, but that horse is a Kempton specialist, so that's good form. That he's got into this race off a mark of 143, which is just £1 higher. I think he's nailed on to run well. My only slight question mark with him was course form, because obviously he ran in the Albert Bartlett, which is obviously over hurdles last year, and he was pulled up. That's the only run he's had at Cheltenham, so that's the only slight negative on him is course form. But I think he's still got a lot of potential. He's really lightly raced, so I think he's a good bet in this 8-1. And then the other one was Monbeg Genius. Now this horse finished 3rd in this race last year behind Korat Rambler. Arguably travelled best, looked the winner, and then just went down a couple of lengths in the end. He ran another massive race at Newbury in December, and then he was down the field at Kelso last time. I wouldn't read into that run last time at all. I think he'll come alive at the festival. He's off a mark of 147. I think he's got to run well, and he's 14-1. So that's a good each way bet. I'll just chuck a couple of dangers at you. Stumptown is one I really fear. I think he can run well. He's got Keith Donoghue on, who's a jockey that I like. Another talking horse is We've All Been Caught for the Twiston Davies. If you look at the form, he's not got much to shout about, but they seem really bullish on him. Obviously, if you go off vibes and words, and you'll go skin. But I just thought I'd mention that because he seems to be getting hammered in the betting as well. He's into 9-1 with some places now.
Yeah, he's been backed off the boards. I mean, I actually quite like Treelawn. I think Treelawn's got a great shout. I also think it's very important for people to know with regards to Sky Bet. Sky Bet are actually paying 7 places each way in this race. Some of them are paying like the first 5. So you get like 8-1 on Treelawn and paying first 7 places. I think that's could be a good shout. Like, so that's my prediction. What's your thoughts on Treelawn? I think he's got a chance.
Oh, definitely. I think with him, he's quite a quirky horse. That's the only sort of negative with him. Like, I think you'll know at sort of halfway if he's into a lovely rhythm. You got Cobden on. I know you're a fan of Cobden. If he's in a nice rhythm at halfway, I think he'll probably be trading favourite to win the race. He's definitely got the ability off this mark. And I mean, Kim Bailey's also trains Chianti Classico, so he's got 2 really strong fancies in this race. And he's a trainer that I really like, actually. He does really well with like staying chasers. I'd like to see him get a winner at Cheltenham. I think it'd be really good.
Yeah, for sure. So anyone who's watching this, let us know who your thoughts are, who you think's going to win, and who you think might be a good each way kind of outsider or a dark horse tips for the Ultima Handicap Chase on the first day of the Cheltenham Festival.